Yeah, I mean, I take serious threat seriously. That's direct threat, properly recorded and uploaded not only to the thing but in a public way to YouTube. Again, it's self-explanatory as far as it happens, and if it is indeed, they're based on the model. You can run down through the evidence of the previous recordings. Presumably, it's the same. Again, even if it isn't, it just adds up to to more of an argument to what the fuck is happening. Like again, this is gonna be delivered to international press, and you're gonna have on the record this, meaning either it's on the files the previous times or previous encounter. I don't meet anyone. I don't fight anyone, which means it's the second point, which is uh, it is out of the blue. In which case, it's the freak type situation that you show that. But plus, the important thing is uh, it's just killing the other zillions arguments of ignorance, right? Because when you hear this, you can no longer say there's nothing happening, right? Again, it's specific. Nothing happened previously that left this open, right? Um, Simple as that. And this is direct threat. It's going to be reported properly to authorities. And I mean, it's already reported enough because internet press, it's more than enough. This is way more than enough, in fact. This is like going for the overkill, as the Concordia protocols dictate. So, yeah, that. And now I'm gonna also mention that to Tanya, so it stays in the record with Tanya and Nicole to her. It's already on the call because this is her phone, so it's already on the call on the phone registry. So something should happen. By the way, if at any point in the future, I'm quite sure that people are gonna tell this, so I don't have to address the public directly, but I'll address in this case because I think it's proper that me in this situation would be addressing the public, be convincing. All I have to say is this. Again, but there's a camera over there. Um, if someone does like this, it's not about what a man wants to do, it's about what a man can do, right? Uh, in this case scenario, you saw it definitely a plate that I saw before. This QGB is 6. Um, it was definitely something. With that and the color and model of the car, you probably can already know exactly the rest if I had reported properly before. But the most important thing is everybody knows where I am because everybody talks about me. Everybody sees the bus, is in the mall. I mean, it's the only mall in the city, right? Assuming a guy like this, he would just chase and just follow me here. So it's hardly unique enough that the thing, and it's also in front of everything, right? And I was sleeping right here. Later that. What does that add up to? It adds up to the fact that all of them are doing that in that this is no secret to any of them. But most importantly, this kills the argument that is nothing really happening because there's nothing that really happened recently that warranted that. I mean, I didn't get into in fact do anything like that. But the second thing, which is important, is um, as soon as this happened, I felt a weird cold sensation, which means that there was someone nearby releasing the thing in the air. But thirdly, um, I almost asked the owner of this place which phone should I call if it is the name of the guy on the company, but I'm obviously calling the company. The company is the serious thing. They don't pick up, then we go for the other one, but that's the whole idea. And I'll probably leave a message either way. Um, but it's just, well, this, okay? And now, what's the point there? Really don't know, but sometimes I overthink monkey a bit too much. So continue to do that. Overthinking is better than underthinking. But it's documented there. It's for the phone registry. It was filmed. You have the voice for comparison. And it's an app play that I checked before. Um, Everything else just folds into place. Now again, the press is gonna know the exact account, like they don't have the YouTube account, but they have the email for the account, so it shouldn't be that difficult. Google certainly is gonna do the math there. because technically YouTube account is it's something else. But the point is, they figured it out. They have access to the account. They will just open YouTube, um, and that is that. As the rest goes, as I said, I came here and I stood right there in front of the camera, and it was at 8 p.m. on the 11th of May, 2025. I'm gonna check the video. Again, it is dumbness o'clock for all intents and purposes. And I think that the point that might have been the only thing that I can come up with is for them to think that I wouldn't do this. If at any point people threatens you, you have to report as loudly and as clearly as possible because, well, that's the whole point of a threat, right? They're threatening under the guise that they would do something and go left unscathed. The whole assumption is that if you don't do anything, they will be more incentivized to carry out the threat, not less. So, what I want to do, and what I want to do, he already chose to commit a crime. That was a choice going down there. So what I can do, and now I can no longer commit a crime without being caught. Again, that plate is definitely on the record. I guarantee you. I saw the car before, I saw the plate before. I definitely, if I see it again, I report. And again, as I said, just for the file, didn't go into any arguments recently, didn't go into anything recently, right? Yesterday I was here. The day before I was in the gas station. It was a beautiful night. The guy was sensible to me. I was sensible to that. I mean, he asked some things that were very weird, like if I was staying out of the way, and well, later I thought if I was not being too submissive, but at the end of the day, it was more the type of thing of uh, I'm a guest there, so I just didn't want to do things. So basically, my boxes, now I have to clarify. To put the boxes out of the way and put the box in the way was not bothering anyone. That's fine. I mean, that's, as I said, it's reasonable. It's a bit excessive, personally, but it's reasonable. No complaints there. And that's what I did, you know? Now, listen to this entire behavior I had, making sure that everything is properly documented, reporting that to the owner of this place who gave me the phone of the security company, and then report that to Tanya, which you have a vested interest as being my biological mother, something that has she left there, of that, to do that, have the thing literally published as far as if something were to happen, and the play comparison to something that I might do now. Why do they ever think I would be afraid of them? This is the textbook standard behavior. I mean, I'm one dude, random dude stops in a car for no reason at all. What do? You go for the fist fight? I mean, are you crazy? Are you crazy to think that? Nobody does that. You do a proper reporting to make sure that the whole thing stands in clear. So, as a tax-paying citizen, you get, the person responsible for held accountable. It may sound a bit weird, but the fact is, because I'm a victim of all those crimes, that's a distance output is expected. Because the vicious thing is, like it or not, this only ends up, this will reach the press, and when it does, the response of everybody to this will be the same response as to, oh, he just disappeared, oh, he did something. Yeah, no, he didn't. You're lying to cover up. You have more than enough evidence of persecution, discrimination. So it's very clear that you did something. It's just a matter of what was it, or who did, who, etc. So no, there'll be no protections. If nothing else, you see if I'm more active resolving things than they ever were. The circumstances. Which is why it's online. See, this is more like monkey, Clearly something to do with me, but implicit enough that I'll say, well, I think that's to do with me, and they can say, well, no, actually, it's just your bikes racing for no reason in the middle of the street. On the other hand, I think before there was a guy standing there through the thing. You can see, and the thing is, you can actually see because although a bit blurry, I read enough of the plate to see it. And again, that caught me by surprise so much. Is the first time the monkeys ever do something like this. Um, really, like this, to the point where what the fuck? And again, you notice what I was talking about. It's in the video, right? I was mentioning like the boxes. Someone definitely climbed all the way up there to deal with that. Um, that I was feeling angry before, and then they put something in the air for me to feel low. And it goes to show how much knowledge they actually have of this that they are using. And it literally feels like if you gave a monkey a firearm and hoping that he's know how to do it because he saw humans doing it. And yes, it might be able to fire one shot, and then as soon as a revolver, let's say, and he won't be able to reload because he doesn't know how to do that, right? And as a revolver, it's very easy, like say, with the barrel. Um, but very much it stays like that. So, as it turns out, and by the way, that the call is traced, right? It's a call from this phone. I'm gonna call Tanya now to make sure that even before the press shows up, it's already gonna be some action in case something happens, and everything together. Now, I think the monkey confuses the situations where I, for instance, cross the street because I don't want to give up to cowards like that. But the point is to do things, right? But well, the whole point there is I don't. Well, there are many things. I'm not explaining that whole point here. Okay, what I'm saying here is I was talking about the fucking boxes there. Just to clarify, right? So no incident has happened recently, as far as I know, as I remember, like for real. We were in the mall. I was commenting about the abuses that happened there. Uh, there's like a stop back there, just so you know as well. I just put the things on the. I was mentioning about how the thing someone must have gotten up there to compact that. Is that an admission that that was the motherfucker there? Because that is so unbelievably dumb. Especially because he parked with the plate right there. I don't even know if you actually could see that on the record. I'm gonna look it up again. But most importantly, I will do a. Was that one? Oh, I have to telephone the phone from the company to check, to call if needed be. Um, Most importantly, you get to see it on the camera, right? It's literally it's gonna be right here, and well, now I don't know if the plate you're gonna be able to do that, but I definitely saw the plate before, and I think it was that day here. There's something like QG again, and even if I guess it wrong, it's very safe because you'll have to guess it both wrong and match a car with the exactly same model and color to even be a problem. So again, I don't fully. First off, my brain was dealing with three different things. I technically was finished talking, which my brain kind of entered in stasis there because of the things they pour in the air. So I kept talking a little bit. You can watch the video. Secondly, I was dealing with the what's the name? I was dealing with the trying to like a what the fuck situation and trying to get myself somewhat protected. And lastly, so I kept walking towards the from exactly in front of the camera, so you can clearly see it's me and someone else. You can make the face or car as clear as possible. And at the same time, I was trying to read a plate with no eyes, or rather with very poor vision. So you have to cut some slack on that in something that never happened before, and it's just immensely stupid. Like this is just about the most dumbass time they could have done. That's already on the record. This can be given to anyone, and it's relevant, and it's already online. Technically, anyone can watch it. So it's just so. And they will say why? Well, because they felt threatened, and then because I mean, you think they have rights after that? As far as you know. So are they anyways gonna give a shit for those? So you know, What do you expect me to engage them? I'm not gonna engage them. I'm by myself here with a cat. I feel like honestly is enough. What I'm gonna do is to try to get myself out of the way. I know this is monkeyness. I know that's a monkey. Again, I don't know anyone in the city. Never met anyone in the city. So at the end of the day, no matter how his life said, this is not a real thing. It's just another type of monkey. Now, he can't commit a crime against me. Many people have committed crimes against me. What I'm saying is not a real thing. Is it's not a real thing that's gonna get to me as in a personal level. I don't care. I'm gonna report that in a way to get the person accountable for what their crimes are in the future. Period. And if possible, prevent those crimes. I have the phone to do that, and that is so weird, you know. So I mean, got to a point that so many of those crimes happen so frequently that I kind of got to, somewhat expect the thing, but the things that would happen. So that's why I know, the thing. Yeah, my theory of how the cat was zooming around, and I understand why, because they wanted to put a thing for me to be agitated, so then they put a thing for me to be very sad, and me to be very sad. But that is not how things like that work. That's not how the force works, right? Um, and now they're putting me to be agitated again. Likely, so I will actually not continue to report things, which I will do, and I'll try to look for the comparison. My best guess, top of my head, is the Ship People Day. The one who took a piss over there in the wood. It might not have been that one. You can compare the car. That day might have been a gray car rather than a white one. This was a white car with the flashlight barely lighting up, as you can see on the camera, and you know. Yeah. Now, I want to propose to you one thing. What makes you think that? Why would make you think that my behavior that we don't want to be successful with friends? My entire behavior is consistently. But there's a bus because it's 2:20:35. Again, it's 8:35 p.m. This is early. This is like early night. It's evening yet. Uh, so there you go. I have no clue what their plan that was. All they did was to literally fuck up any other Brazilian now saying that they thought that this wasn't real, that this was just they make believe in my head. Well, it's on like video on YouTube and in a properly recorded, so it's definitely not. And they didn't pose for me there. I don't know if the intention was to pose for me or if they're just so crazy out of their head they didn't realize that the plate was right there by my face and the thing, so much so that I could read it, some of it, with my shit vision. And I'm quite sure it might have been on the phone, on the video as well. And again, this is like with no enhancements. Enhancements will be applied by proper press, by the press when they touch it. So the video will be much better than it is, and you definitely can just make up numbers. Because it turns out numbers actually make it very easy to make. You know the model of the plate, it has to be three letters, one letter, and then two more numbers. And because of that, use that model, by the way. And that much I noticed. So because of that, you have to, I think I did. It was difficult, right? Okay, my brain was, first off, the thing in the air to start with, so it already harms that. And secondly, it was such a nuisance situation. One thing that is actually important is Monkey became so reliable on abuses that I came to just, when weird things like this happen, when they're not quite expecting, I don't fully know. I have to recollect myself to figure out what to do in situations like that. My main concern was personal safety, which is why I kept walking towards the camera while not engaging to prevent escalation, and making sure that everything was safe and everything was recording. I literally didn't take my eyes off the phone to make sure that each second was passing as supposed to, because sometimes they do things to the phone stops, and this time it didn't. While in front of the camera, I turned around quickly, but since it was kind of shoot there, you got to watch the video and see for yourself. So, and then I captured it from further away on the thing. Again, I was really trying not to engage it too much, And by the way, things like that, if I was wearing headphones, I would literally not be able to listen to it at all. I would just assume it's another monkey coming very close for no reason at all. Either way, it's properly documented now, and well, that's it. Now, when I do mention that this ends now, this is also going to be uploaded. I will mention the other things that are already happening the other days, like the things to the belt, the seat, the buckle, everything else, and as such, you have the other things properly. After all, I couldn't just go to the police station and say, "Hey, I think that someone is opening up the belt while I was asleep on a random place and then open." But like this, I don't know if I will actually, hindsight, because I don't know if I'm gonna say that I'm sleeping here. Much better to just say, especially because it's 8 p.m. Um, Look, I was standing there 8 p.m. And again, I want you to just keep that in mind. I was not even recording today, like at all. And yesterday, I what? Yesterday was in the mall, right? And then I came back here. Um, Yesterday nothing happened. The issue with the woman there and the other guy was the other day before. So I just want you to keep that in mind that this. Now I did something stupid that I hope I did turn around. I want to make it very clear that it was about me, but there was nobody else around. And I did believe I did enough for that to be the case. New debate 6. I'm gonna look up the shit day to see if that's the one. Um, but it's about time we deal with the other thing. Yeah, as I said, basically tomorrow is kind of already organized. I know what to do. Oh yeah, yes it is. So I kind of felt like that one. But with that plate, if I ever see it again, I'm gonna know exactly what it is. And besides, I remember the model of the car, and as I said, the color. So again, from the future. But I'm quite sure I saw that before. It's definitely on the files. It's just that I want to do that because this is gonna be uploaded. Well, the other one's just gonna stay on the files. I mean, I'm uploading everything, but not YouTube. And yeah, but I'm just stressing enough. I have no clue what that is. If I saw the play before, it was like doing shenanigans like this, showing up in the middle of the night. But there was no engagement, there was no talking, there was no anything at all, as turns out. Even the day about the shit things and which they essentially should be throwing shit on someone else's property. Um, since you believe that they're the ones throwing shit here, which by the way, well, they just make themselves known. Tomorrow, you make sure to let the guy know the possibility that this was caused by that. And the truth, which is, I have no clue what this is about. Why would I? Right? I mean, in general, normally. So, there you have it. Um, yeah, I'm gonna check the plates the same. If it is the same, I already even have the suspects come up immediately.